Hello, everybody. So here we are on page 12. We're going to talk about DNR, do not resuscitate. And what that simply means is that you are not going to have them perform CPR. Once you have stopped breathing, this sheet says, do not bring me back to life. Okay. My mom had one of these, and the doctors and nurses said it was not in her file. I cannot stress enough how important it is to handle a DNR if you want one. Recently, I knew of someone that just went to a nursing facility and they insisted on a DNR, so they had a bracelet. I am serious. So, this just says the official DNR family does not need to be present for you to sign, as long as you are in sound mind and you know exactly what you're talking about. Can be completed at hospitals, home, via organizations like PACE, hospice. Um, you just remember, you have to know what you're talking about. You can't be delirious. You can't have just taken some medicine that makes you crazy or not know what you're talking about. You have to know what you're talking about when you sign one of these. Legally, once all signatures are complete, the DNR is legally binding and cannot be changed by anyone other than you, unless someone challenges it in court with proof that signing requirements were not met. That means that if somebody's all mad because they did not want you to have a DNR, but you want one, the only way that they can go against this is if they take it to court. And then when they take it to court, they have to prove that you didn't know what you were talking about. Now, unless they were there, that's going to be a little difficult. Okay. Now, the proper DNR in New York State is a pink sheet that looks like this. Now, I have started to fill it out because this is the second time I'm doing the videos because I wasn't satisfied with the first ones. So, I'm not going to let you see my information. But as you can see here, all right, they want you to check CPR, that I can have CPR. DNA orders do not allow it. So if you want it, you click CPR. If you don't want it, you click DNR. Now down here is a DNI, which is the next page. Okay, but what they've done is they put the DNR and the DNI on the same page. What the DNI does is tells them that you don't want tubes. Okay, you do not want tubes. You want to be, yes, I'm trying to get the glare off the glasses. You want to be free of tubes. Now, I was educated that if they bring you back to life, there will be a breathing tube until you can breathe, just briefly, 30 minutes maybe. And now I'm not 100%, don't quote me on this, okay? But this is what I'm told by a nurse. All right. So if you have decided that you don't want the DNI, then that means that nothing past oxygen. It's called non-invasive ventilation only. So if you want oxygen to breathe, you can. But I watched my mom. They said she didn't have the DNR, but she had a heart attack and they brought her back. And then I had to decide what I was going to do. And unfortunately, she had already attempted, let's just say she wanted to be done. She didn't want to feel like a burden anymore. Okay. So, I had to choose, and she was on tubes. And I do not want my family to go through what I had to go through. They can give me oxygen. That's it. That's it. Um, could I possibly live longer and be a vegetable? Maybe. But at that point, already been through it all. You do you. You do what's important to you. Okay. I'm not 100% sure about the DNR, but I suppose it makes sense. Because with the CPR, people have been known to live quite a while. So, enough of my rambling, back to the form, all right? Just make sure that you very carefully go through and fill out the spots. If you have trouble with them, your physician can help you. Your caretakers can help you, your family can help you. However, I suggest you see a physician to help you. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in here. I'm not quite finished with it, but I will go back to it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the DNR in the front. And the only reason I'm keeping this is just to keep it part of the binder. You don't have to keep those sheets. Now, this is something the medics have to know when they come, that you have a DNR. And this needs to go with you when you go. If you have your binder, then you don't have to worry about it because you have it all. However, I would say put this in the front. All right, mine's going right where it is, just to keep the binder flowing. But I would say put it right here in the front. Absolutely, absolutely in the front. Okay. Right here. I've got everything sitting on my binder. Okay, right here. Somewhere where the medics are going to know exactly what you have. Right? And again, I'm just putting it back here because I'm keeping my binder in order. You need to do what's absolutely best for you. I am in no way, shape, or form telling you what to do with this. This is all about you. Peace to the next video.